Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Makeda. Thank you for being here. Today's video is going to be the 25 books I want to read in 2025. I'm so excited to film this video. I know I'm a little bit late, but that is okay. So we're gonna get right into it. So I have some physical copies of books I want to read before 2025. So I want to take off my physical TBR, but most of them will be popped up somewhere here. So if you want to see the 25 romances that I want to read in 2025, then please keep watching. So the first book I want to talk about that I want to read in 2025 is Wilson by TJ Klune. So I got this book for my birthday last year by one of my bestest friends on Instagram, Bookie B Reads, and it look at it, isn't it so pretty? I don't have much sprayed edges, or I don't have much books with sprayed edges, so this is so cute. And I think this one you can still get on Amazon even with the sprayed edges, I believe. But yeah, this is new adult, I think. Werewolf Romance is a series, the Green Creek series. You can see from the back. And I've had this book on my TBR, mainly this book, but the series in general on my TBR for a while. And what held me back was that most people say that it is slow burn and is more like handling and YA. So it always kind of kept me back because the book is thick. But what really sold me is that most people say that if you love Twilight, then you will love this series. So I'm like, I love Twilight, no spice and all, because I read it when I was young either way. So that really got me fully intrigued. So I really, really, really want to read this book and this series before the year is up. At least this book. Um, I think this one is basically about one of the MCs has an abusive dad, and the other one, I think he's a bit older than him, and they meet when they are very young, and the older one is already a wolf, and he knows that that is his mate, but he knows that he is like too young, given her as mate. But that is basically all I already know, and I think it have like a time jump, or it just takes a long time for them to get together because of the age gap and everything like that. That is all I already know. But yeah, I really want to get to this series. I heard it's very emotional as well. So yeah, Green Creek series, Wolf Song. If you've read this book, let me know how you liked it. The next book I want to get to is really a series again, so many series, and this is this chunker here. So this is book two in the Spooky Boy series by Faye Quinn. Book one is called Bite Me. I'll put it somewhere here, and I have been wanting to get to this series for so long, to the point where I literally bought book two because it was so beautiful. I had to buy it. Let me show you guys um the actual hardcover. It's such a beautiful book, and it has so many art on the inside of the book as well. So I could find one quickly, like this one. So beautiful. So I really want to get to this series. This series is about I think each book is a different couple, and each book, one of the MCs is some type of paranormal creature. So the first one is a vampire. It kind of supposed to be like Twilight as well, weirdly enough. And the second one, this one here, Possess Me, is a ghost and a human. The third one is a werewolf, and well, I don't know what the fourth one is. I don't know what the fourth one is. We on the third one right now. That's the last one she's came out with. The it's called Hunt Me. So yeah, I really want to get to this series. I have all the audios, like literally all book three. I mean, all three of the audios. So I don't know what I'm waiting on. I don't know what I'm waiting on, but yeah, I want to get to that series as well. The next and last physical one I have is The Tragedy of Felix and Jake. I got this as a gift as well on Instagram from one of my Instagram friends, and I am terrified of this book. This book deals with drug use and abuse and rehab, and one of the MCs is an recovering addict, and the other one, well, is his sponsor. And that's all I really know about the book. I heard that that is weirdly sweet as well. Like a lot of things that happen in the book are very like it's very romantic. They are very romantic, very sweet, even though they deal with like such heavy topics. But I don't know why I'm just so scared of this book, but I really, really do want to read it. It's been on my TBR since it came out, like probably like 2 years ago. So yeah, I really want to get to this book. If you've read this one, let me know as well, and encourage me to read it, please. So those are all the physical books on my TBR. Just checking. Yeah, those are all the physical books on my TBR. So now we're gonna get to the rest that I'm so excited for. I do want to say though, these books are mainly books that came out last year or before, because I do want to do a video on all my anticipated 2025 releases. So this is just more books that came out before that I've yet to read, and in my next video, or the anticipated releases video, we'll talk about the books that I'm excited to read as coming out this year. Hopefully that makes sense. So I have my list here with all the other books. So the next one I want to read is Ricochet by River Hill. I believe this came out late last year, and this book is dark hockey. So I actually ended up picking this book in my January TBR. Ja picked my books for January. I ended up picking that book. So did I? Yeah, I ended up picking that book. So I'm like very, 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 very excited to read it. And I will be reading it. Like I will be reading that book. I'm so excited. Dark Hockey, and I haven't read a good sports romance in a minute, so I'm excited to read that one. I'm so excited. The next one is also on my TBR, so I don't want to talk too much about them because if you want to see more about what they're about, you can check my TBR video. Is it one, two videos before this, I believe, and the next one is also on the Stibia, and that is called Unlock Dive by, I can't remember the author names, I'll put it here. This one is about a circus performer and his coach, and it's dark, and that's all I really know about it. But yeah, if you want to see more, check out my TBR video. Next, we have The Night I Lost Him by Calliope Reese. Hopefully, I'm saying it correct. Um, but this book is about a guy. I think he is a like club dancer or something like that, and the other MC is like I can't remember if they together in the beginning of the book or if they were best friends. I really can't remember because I didn't want to know too much about it because this book has a then and now plot, and it is about one of them. One of the MTs goes missing, and you kind of like trying to figure out what happened to him, what went wrong, what is going on. So I didn't want to know too much about the book because it seems like a very good plot. That it seems like a book that is very heavily dependent on the plot. So I didn't want to know too much of the plot going in. So there's that one. Next, I want to talk about the Folk Trilogy by Lady Main. So I've been talking about this series for forever. I really want to get to this series. It's a Fae Romance series, and come on, that sounds amazing. Like what? People told me if you love Akata, read this trilogy. So I'm just excited. All I know is Fae Romance, and I'm so excited. And I think it's a Fae prince, but he didn't know he was a prince. So I just want to read it. I want to get it. I have the audios. I need to get it. Although I don't really like the narrator for the audios, but I want to get to them. We also have Under the Lupine Moon by A. Knightley. Let me make sure. Yeah, A. Knightley. And this is a werewolf shifter romance. And I really want to get to this one. This one seems so good. The cover is amazing. Like, look at that cover. That cover is so nice. And I don't know much about this as well. Again, you guys, I only try to know like just all I know is this one is about werewolves, and one of them I think is a werewolf and a human, and of course he sees that this is mate, and he's like, I don't know what I need to do, but I'm gonna get you. Like, guys, all I know there's nothing. I think it's yeah, like I think there's nothing because like have like borderline omega verse or is it omega verse? I'm not too sure, but yeah, we have that one. I really want to like. Can you tell I'm in my shifter bag? Like, I really want to get into my will shifter bag because do I need to reread Twilight? Next, I want to finish off the Bad Inception series by Tal Lewin. I've read the first two, but I need to read the other two that came out last year because the final one is coming out this year in March, I think. Yes, in March. And I'm so excited. The reason I haven't read the other two is because the last book that is coming out in March is like the ending of the series and it's like tying up all the cliffhangers from the last two books. So I really wanted to wait till the last one was out, or at least knowing the date of the last one coming out, so before I read the other two that I didn't read yet because I didn't want to be on that cliffhanger. So I'm so excited that it's finally announced that it's coming out. So yes, I can't wait to read that those two. Like I really, really I don't know, I don't care what I do this year. I have to read those two. So I could get ready, get myself prepared for book five. Yeah, book five. Speaking of not wanting to read the first book in like a duet or like a series because of the cliffhangers, we have Every Bed After by Jesse Walker. This is a part of a whole series called the Lost Boys series. I've read the first two. The first two books is a duet. I read that. That is Where There's a Will, If There's a Way. Loved it. The second one, well, the third book was the second, like couple, is called Everybody After Part 1. That one is out. And Everybody After Part 2 is well, we don't really have an actual release date yet. So I hope if it comes out this year, then I'll read the whole duet this year. But if we don't get an announcement on when she's bringing out book two, I'm just gonna hold off because I heard that the cliffhanger is a lot. The next one I have is Chokehold by Eve Holmes. So this is actually a second part of a duet. I read the first one, which is called Hooks In, and this is a boxer romance, and it was so good. I don't know. I'm bad at duets where I don't ever finish them. So I really want to get to Choco and just finish the duet because I really liked it. So yeah, I feel maybe because the first one didn't really end in a cliffhanger, it didn't really call me to like jump into the other one. But I still want to just finish off the duet because I love the writing and I miss the characters. Next, we have the Vital Brothers series by Skylar Snow and Bria Alipo. I think that's how you say her name. So this series is mafia, dark, like mafia family, just everything you think that's happening in mafia books is this, but so good. And trying to find really good, flushed out mafia romances is kind of hard to find. Um, Especially once I come out like more recently and on audio. So I've been eating this series up. I read the first three. Say I do is my favorite. Marriage of Convenience, so good. So I have um one more. I have one more that came out last year that I need to read, and then the most recent one came out this year. So yeah, I have those two to get to, and I'm so excited to get to them because I miss them. Honestly, I just miss Harlow from Say I Do, and I want to get glimpses of him in the more recent books. So I'm just excited to see Harlow again. Next, I want to talk about Vampires of Eden by Carla Nicole. So this is also a series, vampire series. I haven't read a vampire series, especially in I don't even know how long. Probably since the Vampires Made series by Gray Bryan, and I love that series. Read it. So I really want to get in this one because I've been seeing it get a lot of buzz recently, and people have been loving it. So I really want to get it. I'm not really sure about the tropes in this series. I just know that it's vampires. It's a little bit dark. There's cheating in book one, and book two I think is enemies to lovers. So I really want to get to them. I really want to try them out, and because I want to have recommendations, especially fantasy. I feel like I don't really read much fantasy recently, even though I love fantasy so much. I just feel like my brain is like, cannot reject the commitment of longer books, you know. I mean, even though I end up loving long books, I don't know why I do it, but I really want to get to that series really bad. I also have Trouble by Nyla K on this list, and I've wanted to read it since it came out. That along with Fragments in her like Prison Guard series. Those two came out last year, and I really want to get to them. I just didn't get time last year. So Trouble is about a priest and a playboy. So you already know. I know Nyla K writes Amazing Spice. If you haven't read 40 fans, read it. So I really want to get to Trouble. And then Fragments is book four in her Prison Guard series. And well, I can't really tell you anything about Fragments because it's like will spoil everything from the other books. But this series is very dark. Check Trigger one is like dark plot twist, like the plot in this series is kind of insane, but it's so entertaining and so good, and the audios are amazing as well. She always used unique and very niche, well, not niche, but like not so popular and like not so popular narrators. So the voice just feel fresh because they're not like the same people you hear in all other audios. So I want to get to those two books. I also have to catch a Firefly by Emmy Sanders. All these books have been on my series for so long. I keep saying it, but this book I've literally I don't think I heard one bad thing about this book. It is supposed to be like childhood best friends, neurodivergent MC, and just the most beautiful writer and most beautiful stories. So I sold, but I know that it makes people cry. So I think that's why I've been holding out. But I really want to get to it. I really do. I really do. And I have the audio. So what am I waiting for? I don't know. I also, again with the duets, I want to finish, I want to get to Lot 62 by Nordica Knight. So this is part of her, I can't remember the name of the series, I'm sorry. But the first book is called Garan Park, and I know it's very popular. I love Garan Park. I don't know why I haven't read Lot 62. I need to read it as well as Knock Knock. So I need to read this and finish off this series because, like, I love the writing. I love Night Like, yeah, I just don't know why I didn't finish it. I'm the worst with duets. I'm the worst. So I want to get to those. Another series I want to complete and like catch up on all the books I've missed is the Forbidden Gold series by Rebecca Rath. The first book is called Head in the Game. Loved it. That's the only one I read. I tried to read the second one, which is called Man On, but it really wasn't for me. But I do want to read the other books in the series because one thing about this series is every book is like a different sport, a different like couple like that is not interconnected at all. Like even though it's in the same series, none of the couples know each other. It's like very separated. But in the series, because it's about like forbidden sports romances, but they have nothing to do with each other. You know what I mean? But so yes, I feel like even though I didn't really love book two, it's like if I go and see those characters again, and I could just go into book three and have like a fresh new, like a fresh book. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really want to get to those. I want to finish off the series because I love her writing too, and she writes amazing spice as well as her plots are always like so unique. You know? So yeah, especially for sports romance, it's kind of hard to find. So I really want to read. I really want to catch up with that series. Oh my god, another series I've had on my TV since it came out is I can't remember the series, but it's 8 seconds. The first book is 8 Seconds to Ride by Ashley James. So it's a cowboy like ranch series. I've had this on my TV for so long. Would you believe that I have never read a cowboy romance? I know I've read LT Silver when I was selling my MF bag, but I haven't read any cowboy romances, and I need to. I have no problem. Like I have nothing against it. I just haven't yet, but I need to. So this series I've had on my TV since it came out, and I really, really, really want to get it because the series had time start and the series end. Like the series is complete, and I haven't read not even one of them. I have the audio for the first one, so I really need to get to them and start and like pop my cowboy romance cherry. You know. I also have Leviathan, I think that's why you're saying it, by Madison Devlin. So this is a new series that came out last year. Well, this is book one, and the second one is called Mammon, but that one's coming out this year. But I really want to get to this one. This one is very, 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 very dark, just like dark romance. Like yes, typical dark romance with very morally gray men questionable doing questionable things. I really want to get to this one. Like just I haven't read a good dark romance. I was kind of staying away from it because I don't know, I just wasn't in the mood for dark romances. But I have been recently, so I want to get to that one. I want to get to it. Next series I still have yet to start is the Possum Hollow series by Ian Russell. The first book being Stupid Dirty. This I heard is like if you love Garen Park and you're having like a Garen Park hangover and you want more like the by kind of ruggedy wrong side of the tracks Romance. This series is it. So I really want to get to this one. I'm thinking about getting the audio, but one of the narrators I don't really love. But I'm thinking about getting it because I just love audios. I'll have to get back my audio book back because it helps me to read so many more books, you know. But yeah, I really want to get to that series. I do. Next we have Beneath Cherry Blossom Memories by Michael Lauren. I also want to read anything, like everything by her because I haven't read anything by her, but I've been seeing her get a lot of buzz recently, and people have just been loving her books, and apparently they've been loving her past books, and I just missed it. I don't know. So, but this one is like a recent release that came out later last year, and this one is about childhood best friends, and one of them is an addict, and you kind of see I think it's like childhood best friends and they like separate and then they're like trying to build back their relationship. So I really want to get to this one. I don't always deal with like I don't really like reading books about addicts much, but I've been trying to more step my toes into it because those are really really beautiful books, and I just want to dip my toes in because I feel like you ever feel like you're missing out on one of your favorite books because you're like I don't know, I don't want to say like go and read a book even though you know you're gonna be triggered by it. I'm not saying that, but I just want to try, and if I really feel like I can handle it, then I will just DNF. But I still want to give it a good try. Then another series, so many series that I will stop saying it. Another series I want to get to is Sent to a Fantasy World and Now All the Men Want Me by Jacqueline Osborne. So I love her like Fallen Angel series. I can't remember any of it. I'm the worst. I try to remember names. The first book is called Galen. um Demon is my favorite one. It follows his Seven Deadly Sins. That is that series. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Center of Fantasy World and All the Men Want Me, right? This series is a reverse harem, and I don't even know have I even read one reverse harem. Okay, I think I've read one reverse harem book, Romance. So I really want to get to this one because I heard it's like cute, fluffy, just sweetness, spicy, good plot, fantasy. Um, where this guy, I think he either goes into a book or like just get transported into a new world, and now all men want him. So yes, I really want to get to that one. Like I really do. I just want to get my fantasy bag. I want to get my fantasy bag. I want to get my paranormal like shifter bag. I've been even and it's crazy. I love those kind of books. I don't know why I just hasn't been reading. I haven't been reading them. So yeah. Then we have Unseen by A. V. Sheena. This is a thriller, a MM thriller. So I'm really interested in this one. I think it's an MM thriller romance. I think it's a romance in it. And this follows a guy who was like a very famous actor, like young up and coming actor in the late, I think it's either in the 80s or 90s. And then you see that past, and then you see the present where he's like secluded and trying to like stay away from the public and trying to figure out why he became a recluse. And the other MC is I think it's an investigator trying to investigate what happened, like what really happened to him all those years ago for him to become such a recluse now. And story kind of goes from there, and it's like a big plot twist. I'm very interested because I haven't read any thrillers before, or any thriller to be exact, to be honest, other than like I halfway read Verdi and I didn't finish it. Another thriller thrillery kind of book I have is Sweet by Howl Avery. So this one again is like dark. Like if you read Max by Bay Deckard, which is like batshit crazy and like insane plot twist, insane like mind f of a book. I heard it's like kind of like that, and it has a lot of triggers. It's very dark and yeah, like a lot of triggers, but I'm very interested. Next, I have The Fox and the Dryad by Kellen Graves, as well as her Rowan Blood series. So these two books have been out for a while, and I wanted to read them again. I've been avoiding fantasy, like is the plague. I don't know why, but I want to get to those as well because again, I love fantasy. Want to get my fantasy romance bag, and The Fox and the Dryad is between a ballerina and a ballerina and a fox shifter. Like what? And it happens like in the woods, like in this like kind of fairy, like given like woodland, like this so my vibe. That's so my vibe. I wish it was on audio though. This one not on audio, but her Rowan Blood series is on audio, so I really want to get to those. Those ones, I think it's just like again, people always say if you like Akata, you like that one, so that's kind of what I'm going off of that. So yeah, I want to get to those two. Then I have Over and Over Again by Cole McCade. This one has been on my TV for like probably over almost 3 years. This is if people say if you like Bad Wrong Things by C.P. Harris, you will love this one. It's dad's best friend, but it's very slow burn. Like it's very long and it's very slow burn. But and it happens like on a camping trip, like in the woods. I'm like, I don't know, that sounds so good. The slow burn kind of sounds scary, but that sounds so good. I haven't read a good best friend's dad romance in a minute, so that one is very much on. Then we have The Villainous Things by C. Rochelle. Again, another series that's been on my TBR for a minute. The first book is Not All Himbos Wear Capes, and it's a superhero series. Like somebody come and tap me because why am I? What is wrong with me? Why haven't I read any of these books? And I have the audios for them as well. I am a mess. But yeah, I want to get to that one. We also have a series of Rooms by AJ Barlow. This one is about this one came out last year, and this is about two men. One of them is an escort, and the other one rents him, or I think his friend rents him for his. So one of the MCs is an escort, and the other MC, his friend, eh, like hires the escort to take the other MC's card. And when they meet up in a room, they end up just talking and not doing anything, just talking, and then they just continue doing that in all different kinds of rooms all over the world. I believe I want to get to it. People have been saying it's amazing and stunning writing, so I want to get to that. Are there any more? I went through so many, but I don't even know. Did I reach 25? Let me know. I hope I did. I hope I did. Of course, I want to read Oleander. This came out last year. It's on my TBR. If you watch my TBR video, it's been on all my TBRs. I will I get to it, and I have the audio as well. Will I get to it? I sure hope so. I really do. What else? Hopefully, I got to everything I want to talk about. Of course, there are other books I want to read, as there always is. I can't think of any right now. I want to continue the Devil's of Vitality series, of course, and the Captive Prince trilogy. I want to get to that duet as well. I mean, that trilogy as well. And that's been on for a while. So, yeah, anything else? I hope I did everything. Wherever I reach you guys. We just want to read a lot of books this 2025. Wish me all the good vibes and we rebuke all the slumps. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. Tell me all the books you want to read in 2025 that are priority reads. Maybe I could add them to my list. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.